Tell me why it's so hard to say goodbye. And when I get inside of my mind, I lose my time thinking about.
Eli did another one.
You are in luck today. That song that you just watched, I made that with my vocal preset. Fire. I couldn't even believe it myself, bro. That shit is chef kisses. You hear me? If you trying to achieve that sound, that rich, that clean, that modern sound, I have that vocal preset. That's all Wave plugins. I have that vocal preset in the link below. Go check that out. The rest of this video is going to be me showing you guys how to do that in FL Studio with FL Studio plugins. It's going to be very simple, few plugins. You know, you don't need to know a lot about mixing. I'm gonna make it very simple so you guys can replicate it, do it yourself. Okay? My go-to vocal preset, I'm only gonna leave that for a little bit, maybe a few days, maybe a week, and I'm gonna take it down because I do not want you guys popping off on my sound. You feel me? Not before at least I pop off on the sound. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave that there for you. If you're gonna cop it, I suggest you go cop it now. I'm gonna show you exactly what I have on my mix chain. Very simple, but highly effective. You know what I mean? You don't need the Wave plugins. The Waves is a luxury. Some of us can afford that luxury, some of us can't. First, I have a Foodie Parametric EQ2 on here. I use the vocal presence preset, cut the low ends, and raise the highs. I didn't need to do too much. That was perfect. I just moved it over a little bit, made a little room for it. It's important to make sure that your EQ is sitting well in the mix. Next, I have a compressor on here. I think I started with the vintage preset, and then I lowered the ratio, put the gain up a little bit, lower the threshold, lower the ratio to 4, put the gain to 5, and that's gonna start giving your vocal a little body, give it a little energy, makes it sit well in the mix. All right, next we have Maximus, which is, I'm using this as a de-esser to try to get all of the S's and T's out of my vocals. Another EQ, this is the EQ1. I know you guys are used to seeing this EQ, but I'm using this so I can, you know, boost certain frequencies, affect certain frequencies more than others. This is a great plugin for that. I just boosted the 8K range and lowered the 250 hertz range, and that's it in terms of for the mix. That's really it. I have a sound goodizer here also. I selected this one, mode D, and gave it a little bit of percent, maybe 20%, I think. Adds saturation, adds body to your vocals. Great plugin, especially if you don't have a lot of plugins to start with. This adds the sauce, this adds the flavor, this adds the feeling to get it out of that digital world. Okay, next I have Reverb. I have the large hall preset. I'm cutting out some of the bass. I'm cutting out some of the low end because that just takes up space in your mix, and you don't want anything to take up space. You want the beat and you want your vocals to sit. It's just supposed to sit perfectly with each other, you know? So cut all the low end out of your reverb. Delay, same thing. I have this set to 8-step, lowered the feedback just a tad, brought it down just a little bit, cut some of the frequencies out of the feedback, pan them left and right, good to go. That right there is gonna get you this sound right here.
And when I get inside of my mind, I lose my time thinking about the times we had, thinking about the time we spent. Tell me why you left when you told me this was forever. Tell me why, tell me why.
That right there, heat, boy. If you guys don't want to have to deal with any of the nitty gritty of figuring out what does this dial do with this for this, I suggest go copy the preset. Everything is set. All you have to do is drag and drop onto the mixer and it'll load it up. Like I said, I have my go-to vocal preset down in the link below. Like I said, I'm not keeping that up. I have different variations of it, but I'm gonna give this variation to the public. You guys can have fun with that for now. If you guys cop the preset, send me a video of you using the preset to my song. I want to see what it sounds like for you guys. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Later.